Hello, we're back to finish it. Good evening, gamers. I did the video, fuck. Anyway, I don't think there's much of this left, so I don't think there's even an hour of content left. Oh, it put me back here? Did I open the door? Yeah, oh no, I didn't go to the door, I remember. Okay, right. Let's get it done. End of the game, I think. This is where this is like a 5-minute thing, and I was like literally done earlier. Okay, more island. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Rubber digging is deflated, broken. Oh, hello, sir.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
The what now? I may have.
Okay.
All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Oh, does he still think he's in the war?
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk. My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
You didn't say that,
I
Ken.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station.
Oh, I kind of liked it.
Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness.
Oh, he definitely still thinks
a
he's in the
weapon of
war.
the bourgeoisie.
Ow, I just banged my knee on my dad.
Fascists were right about rock
Sorry if
and
that
roll.
jogged my mic.
It is degenerate. Hip gyrating mental illness.
You just put down that
music.
gun so we can talk further. The police, you can keep the gun, but keep it down.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. It's out of bullets.
Okay.
Like an amputated limb in the sand, he stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound.
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition, the right type and the right calibre.
Yeah, seems that way.
He's liking this. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. This looked very much like the murder weapon.
Real music. Real Prolet cult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy.
You need to address that remark.
So we have the police officer just doing his job.
The job of a shitlicker. It is the anthem of the world revolution. One of 3.
Okay.
In Grad, They sang brave children, favorites of history.
Okay, thanks.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division.
Oh, he definitely thinks the war's still going on.
Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter,
Oh,
a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
There, behind them, across the delta, the Insacom building. Coalition government in Celindia.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia,
okay.
the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals
Been on the
43.
island for 43 years. Oh no.
I've been on other islands too.
Okay.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing
Oh shit,
village.
okay.
She glances
They're
at her
coming here, I
watch.
guess.
The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting for her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution. Always.
They're not dreaming or nothing. History's guaranteed, but revolution is still.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will
This is
not come back
interesting.
anymore. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Understood.
Well done. I won't explain it to a minion. It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification
Okay,
of the
what was it used for?
congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access
Captured
to
in
the
military
Bay of
registries of the Fort
Revachol.
Benay gun to defend against the
We
airborne
captured
landing.
coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone. You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis, the black-eyed angel. How does anyone survive? I steal
What do you steal?
supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since
Oh,
winter.
God.
Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail, gaunt for his age, more like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities? You have guns. I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine. There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years
Oh, shit.
missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
If you concealed yourself
It was
all these
hard in
years.
the tens. I didn't have partisan training.
Fishing for
It
stragglers.
was such
There were posters, campaigns.
we communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting.
So no one's
There were cells.
dead.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot,
In the city, you move underground?
from bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. So you finally found it.
Mm-hmm.
There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. I know.
So you've been there.
Sleeping.
Let's see.
Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
Oh, I see.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting
Interesting.
equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young
Holy shit.
boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it.
Yeah, it sounds
Kept
grim.
thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore.
Burying the ruins on the ground.
The old man looks across the water.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Force the law, keep these animals clean. I know what it looks like, but I have zero question.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International. The enemies
Represent the
of
adversary.
humanity.
Oh, I see.
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No.
Yeah, okay.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
he just wipes the blood from his chin.
Honorable, I guess.
Honor is a feudal atavism. My motive is class. No, I am not a soldier. Trained in historical materialism,
Right.
then assigned as a political commissar by the
Oh, I see.
These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution.
Is your train
He
coming?
nods slowly. Then another tremor.
You're inert lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions
Yeah, true.
regarding a murder in...
The old man spits into the fire pit.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Composure.
Go.
Let's see if I can do that then. I go close the do composure. Don't think I've seen anything that does composure. I haven't even seen that come up before, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Oh, my old boots did it. I think that might be it. Don't have anything to minus it, do I? Nope. Let's see.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You need to get so magged up.
Okay, I'm not interested in this.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
It's a white check.
For a 60-year-old man
Okay.
with stomach trouble, he's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort.
I've used it for killing people.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property.
Okay. Did
I
you
haven't
shoot
done
someone
that.
a week ago?
I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Go in straight. No euphemism. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
You're saying you kill people after active fighting stopped.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
You could just ask him straight.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice.
Ashes Death goes
We're
to Golden
in.
Earth the night of March 4th.
Do it, sire.
Let's go for this one.
Oh yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the Commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate
Did you
with
kill him or not?
murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies.
Dead people are
Did you
dead
like the
people.
view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
Yeah, very much so.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
We did have one.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer pistols. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys
Damn, he
killed.
saw all.
Damn. He saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what?
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? 4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this, when you have